Welcome back to the Samantha Show. I'm your host, Samantha. You can call me Sam. Just don't call me Sammy. I'm here with a very special guest, Mr. Will Coleman. All I can think about, Will, is I watched your audition video when you came back to Cycle Bar, and nobody's allowed to say I'm too tall to ride a bike, because if Will Coleman can float on a bike, anybody can ride a bike. Like you float on that bike. So, Will, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Just hanging and enjoying life and trying to make it, take it day by day. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
Yeah. So I have Will here because I know him through the Cycle Bar community that we have across the nation, which is always so amazing. But I was very drawn to his profile online because he really shines light on the best ways to kind of co-parent and how he navigates co-parenting. He uses the term inspiring dads in his profile. So I want to talk all about that, Will, but I start every episode with the 3 things that the people need to know. And I know we were trying to come up with some things ahead of time, but I'm just going to ask you. So 3 things. So do you like being into the basketball scene? I want to talk about that, but into basketball, what team do you think should win the championship game?
If we're talking college,
Yeah.
that's right around the corner. I'm going with UConn.
Okay.
They're a powerhouse. They've been the most dominant basketball team throughout the entirety of the year. If we go NBA, I'm going with the Denver Nuggets again.
Okay.
They look super strong.
Okay, so UConn's supposed to win this March Madness. I don't know anything about sports, Will, so I'm not even going to pretend that I do. I pick sports based on the color of the team and the mascot. Okay, that's how I decide who's going to win.
And there is one other thing that people do need to know.
What's that?
Extremely hot take, strongly debatable topic, no matter the time or day of the week. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
No.
Yeah. Pineapple belongs on pizza. Pineapple is a topping of pizza 1,000%.
Oh, no. Okay, hold on. Pineapple on pizza? No.
Yeah.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Okay, 3rd thing that people need to know. Where's the best place to vacation, do you think? Where do you want to go on vacation?
Man, I've been all over the place. I've been up in Denver, went to go hang out and holler at K-Max for a while.
Yeah.
Miami, I played basketball down there. I've played basketball all across Europe. So if you're going international, you're Greece. If you're staying in the U.S., probably Miami, man.
Yeah. So this is a good segue. You do play basketball. Can you tell me, again, as somebody who like sports goes right over my head, can you explain to me a little bit about your basketball history, what that looked like? Because you did play like professionally international or something, didn't you?
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your athletic history.
So I didn't start playing basketball until my junior year in high school. It was absolutely atrocious. I couldn't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, so it was pretty bad. But after that, I met a coach who basically took me under his wing and just kind of basically he picked me up every day for my senior year. I spent all summer with him. I did a lot of stuff with him, and he basically just molded me and turned me into a basketball player. So then after that, graduated from high school, and I played some junior college basketball down in Miami, Florida. After that, I then transferred to the University of Memphis and played there. And then I played professionally for a little while. And then retired early because I wanted to be with my daughter.
I got to listen. I know you put out that podcast episode, Daddin Ain't Easy. And I think you should do more. I enjoyed that. I was on a plane. It was very like turbulent driven, and I was very anxious, but I just heard Charlie in my ear like, I love my family, and I loved it. And I was like, the peace that these two are bringing me right now, getting through this flight, it was amazing. Are you going to do more?
Yeah. The plan is to do more. It seems like, it's inevitable, man. And as a dad, you run out of time. Just getting older and the time that you have with your child. But
Yeah.
my daughter is like, Dad, let's do it, please. Let's do it. Let's do it. So if she's
Yeah.
asking to do it, then I, more than likely we'll probably crank back. We'll get back to it. We'll get started, and we'll find some time to make it happen and go from there.
Yeah, you guys should. You're an amazing duo, and I love seeing your videos on social media. And so, tell me a little bit more. So you were playing, basketball overseas, and you wanted to come back and be with your daughter. Can you tell us a little bit more? Like, I know kind of a lot of your mission, what you're doing on social media right now, is this idea of shining a positive light on co-parenting and how that can be a positive experience. But has that always been the case for you, or did you have like an aha moment where you're like, this becomes a priority today, or like, can you kind of walk me through that mindset or
Um,
that piece of the story?
what that kind of turned into was I just and I'll be, I don't have a problem being, open and vulnerable with anybody. But for me, the biggest thing was I didn't want to be a statistic in terms of like just in the African American community, dads are they can be non-existent, and we have a stereotype of not taking care of our kids. So I didn't want to be that guy, and I wanted to come home and build a bridge destination for me to my daughter, and from my daughter to her mother, and from her mother to her husband. We spend an uncanny amount of time together. I mean, it's unreal how much time we spend together and how much we talk and get along. I mean, it's to the point to where now I don't know if she will accept it, but I will 100% extend the invite. When that time comes and I decide that I'm ready to get married, I mean, Charlie's mom will probably be my best man. Um, that's my dog. That's my ace, and I mean that just that's just how close we are.
Yeah.
So it's something that I take pride in, and it's something that I cherish, and hands down the number one priority in my life.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. I was going to ask you about this later in the show, but we just went straight there. So I have to know. So because you guys are so close,
Right.
when Will's out on the scene, maybe working on relationships and somewhere else, does that become a problem, or is it like this is my priority, and so like that's a deal breaker? So like if you're talking to somebody or you're dating and they have an issue, you're like, I mean, this is my family. It still is my family in some ways. So like that's still the priority.
Yeah, no, no. So they're definitely still a priority. And now when
Yeah.
I, dating and when I get married and stuff, obviously there will be a pecking order. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Um, but that has caused trouble in past attempts to date and past relationships because women are like, oh y'all still sleeping together, or why you spend so much time over there, or why are y'all so close, or why? And
Yeah,
anytime somebody has anything to say about that, you get the door. Like it's
yeah. I wondered that.
Knicks. You out.
Yeah,
You out because I've built a beautiful bridge here. A beautiful. I mean, there's been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to go into this. And I
yeah,
hadn't always been peaches and cream. Me and her mom have fought. We've gotten into arguments. We've gotten into disagreements. But we've got to a point now to where everybody's happy. The kids are happy, and I can't have anybody coming in rocking the boat. So if you
sure.
can't hop on board and join the team that we
Yeah.
have here, then you got to go. You can't be up in here.
Yeah, no, I totally appreciate that, and it's beautiful. I mean, Charlie really laid out the family tree for us in your podcast episode, and
Yeah.
the dynamic and how great everybody is. But for the people that listen to this show, so there's Charlie's mom. She's married. Can you explain a little bit of the family dynamic that you have there with everybody?
Yeah, it's not a mess. Why? It's a beautiful mess. You know what
It's
I mean? Because
beautiful.
there are so many pieces that go into. So it's like me and Charlie's mom, we met in school.
Yeah,
Okay, we were never married. So I think that's why it's a lot easier to get along because I feel like
sure,
I'm no expert in it. I just see what my friends go through. I feel like when people are married and they divorce, it turns into a materialistic war
there's sure.
rather than like just the whole cussing. I think it turns into I want this, this, and this, and you get this, this, and this instead of let's just figure this out.
That's a great
And I
observation.
think
Yeah.
I think that's why we get along so well, because we never had to deal with that. Because me and Rafi, we met in school when neither of us didn't have anything.
Yeah.
So it's not like we were fighting over who get the car, who get the house, who get this money, who get this bank account. We didn't have to do any of that. So I think
Sure.
that has a huge, or that plays a huge role in what we have. But we met in school. We had Charlie. You
Mhm.
know, went in and out. We fought. We argued. We dated. Um, and I got into a very toxic point in my life to where I was like, if I can't have you, then nobody can have you.
Yeah.
And it's like I didn't even want her at the time. Back when I was just being a player. Back in, I was in school playing basketball on the
Yeah.
scene, and I just got into a point to where I was like, well, if I can't have you, can't nobody have you. And I was
Yeah.
in a mindset of trying to sabotage everything,
Yeah.
which was not healthy for anybody,
Mhm.
especially Charlie.
Yeah.
So, finally we got to a point to where we was able to resolve everything, and we had a discussion like, look, man, we need to figure out what we're gonna do. Are we gonna be together or not? Because we wasting time.
Mhm.
And so finally, we decided that it was best to go our separate ways and continue to be friends. But we ended up doing that. And then she dated a little while, but ultimately ended up finding the guy she's married to now, Jameson.
Mhm.
I mean, that guy doesn't have a bad bone in his body. Even as selfish as I was trying to find every little thing wrong with this guy, but I couldn't find that. And he was just a solid dude that loved
Yeah.
my kid, loved her mom, and I didn't have no choice but to accept it.
Yeah.
And so got him. He had a child from a previous relationship. So then they had two children together. So, fast forward a little bit. Now it's four kids in total.
Mhm.
And there are days where, he'll hit me up or they'll hit me. Hey, we want to go out. We want to go catch a Grizzlies game, this, that, and the third. We don't have a babysitter. Can you watch all the kids? And so here you go. You got this big African American dude. I got one biracial child. I got three Caucasian kids with me. And so when we go out in public, everybody's trying to figure out, okay, who belong to who kids belong to who. And then it's even a bigger mess if her aunt comes, because her aunt was in a similar situation. I don't know all the details,
Okay.
but she was in a
Sure.
relationship, had a child, then, later on down the line, got remarried, had two kids. So it's like 10 or 15 of us when we all go out, and everybody's like, who belongs to
It's
who, and looks we get are insane, but it's a crazy dynamic, and we all just get along and make it work.
It sounds beautiful, and that's really what I took from your podcast episode was just the love. I mean, you could hear it in Charlie's voice. Like that is a happy child. Like you guys are doing a fantastic job. Her passion, her excitement. You can tell that
Yeah.
she loves you and she loves her family and she loves her grandparents and she loves her cousins. And it was so just so much fun. And that I think her just her energy and her vocal tone and how just you can feel that you guys have a great, beautiful thing going on with your family. So tell me then, what inspired you? You have this more like modern family type dynamic here with this huge mix of people. What then has inspired you to go to social media and say, hey, I've got something that I can share with other people? Like what was the driving factor to then start to kind of use social media to bring light on positive co-parenting experiences?
I think one thing that made me want to do it, well, probably the number one thing, there's so much negativity around, you know, dads and moms and co-parenting and baby mama, baby drama, baby daddy type stuff. Even like in the vernacular or the language that I use to try and push, I don't like referring to Charlie's mom as my baby mama. I think there's a lot of negativity that comes with it, or stereotypical negativity that comes with it. And
Mm-hmm.
same with baby daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like using those terms referring to Charlie's mom. For me, just those terms alone sets up a negative connotation in whatever you're trying to do. And I think it sets the tone for any kind of conversation or any kind of interaction that you're going to have with your co-parent. So I would see a lot of that, and I would see a lot of people. There's a lot of accounts that like bash, dads and deadbeat baby daddies. And it's just so much negativity. So for me, I wanted to have a space where there was a positive light and where people could learn and where people could understand. And I just think it's already so much hate in the world. I just want to be a positive light for somebody that could use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's really great. I agree. Like I think on social media in general, like the more positivity that we can put out there, the better. I love the reels that you do in the TikTok. I don't know if it's TikTok, but the videos that you do with Charlie. So when you guys are doing your little dance videos, whose idea is it? Hers or yours?
So it's a collaboration. I'll say it's 70-30. So a lot of the stuff Charlie will want to do, for me, it's if Charlie want to spend time making reels, if that's how she wants to connect with me and hang out with me, I will dance until my feet hurt. You know what I
You're good
mean?
at it. You're good at it.
Um,
So it's good.
she does a lot of coaching, which is fine, but she's the mastermind behind most of those, and I'm usually just like drug into well, not drug into it because I enjoy it. Again, if that's the
Yeah.
time she wants to have with me, then hey, let's do it. But
Yeah.
she is 100% the mastermind when it comes to those and finding reels and it's usually and for me it's premeditated, and that's what I think is so special to me because we don't allow Charlie to have Instagram, so she'll usually scroll on her mom's phone or
Yeah.
like she'll look for certain stuff and then she'll send me a DM either from her mom's account or her account that's on her mom's
Yeah.
phone. It's like, hey
Yeah.
dad, let's do this. And immediately I'm like, okay, let me find the time to get over there so we can knock this out. Because she wants to hang. Two, she wants
Yeah.
to dance. Three, she wants to connect. So if she wants to dance, then hey, I will dance.
He will dance.
I will
You got
dance.
to have rhythm. I mean, you're a cycle bar instructor, so
Just a little bit, yeah, yeah.
Right,
Right.
exactly. So I want to come back to this co-parenting conversation, but let me kind of spin it here. I know we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a brief conversation before we started, but just to let the listeners know. So you kind of dabble in a lot of things. So you got the social media thing going on where you're trying to push co-parenting. Tell me a little bit else again, kind of what else you're working on and what you're doing.
Photography is an outlet for me in videography. And the reason I picked up photography is because one day I wanted to get some photos of me and Charlie to try and
Yeah.
get some content for this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so I hit up one photographer. Now let me preface this. I don't knock anybody's hustle. If you're a full-time photographer and that's how you pay your bills, I understand. I get it. I'm rocking with you. But for me, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Some people may be able to afford it. That's great. I'm not knocking it. I'm not hating on it. If you want to pay that, that's cool. But for me, when I was asking to get photos, I said, I just need a couple, man. We just go out here, knock out, boom, boom. I need a couple for like a landing page, just that a couple Avies for
Mhm.
socials and whatever. And she was like, so the photographer was like, okay, well, that sounds like it's going to be a mini. I was like, okay, a mini. Well, okay, so I'm talking to her, and she was like, yeah, a mini is 15 minutes. You're guaranteed 10 to 15 photos. That'd be about $500. And I was like, you're smoking. If you think I'm about to pay $500 for 10 photos to hang out with you for 15 minutes. So I was like, to hell with
Mhm.
it. I'll buy my own camera.
Yeah.
So I bought my own camera, which ended up backfiring because I bought the camera. I'm always the one behind the camera,
Right.
not in front
Right.
of it.
Right.
So instead, I just turned it into a hobby that I enjoy. If someone needs photos, I will take I will take photos at a quarter of the price of what a lot of these
Yeah.
photographers choose. But that's just me.
Yeah.
It's just a hobby for me. It's something that helps me fight with anxiety, helps me fight with
Yeah.
depression. It's a
Yeah.
form of creativity. So, photography and videography is something that I enjoy as well.
Yeah, I was kind of scoping out some of your stuff just in preparation for this talk. You're good at it too, so
It
embrace what
took a
you're good
minute.
at.
YouTube University. I spent a lot of time on YouTube, and my child has been great as far as being a test dummy.
Yeah.
Her family. I actually shot her. I shot their Christmas card this past year,
Did
so
you really?
yeah, it was really cool. It was a lot of people like that's so weird. Like you shooting a Christmas photo. Like I mean, that's the fam, man. That's the
There
gang.
you are. That is your family dynamic.
Yeah, man.
I
So
mean,
I shot them, and they were pretty happy with them. So it's just something that I choose to continue to. It's an expensive hobby.
yeah,
Golly, it's expensive,
yeah.
but I enjoy it. I have a lot of fun with it.
That's awesome. So what then are your plans? Do you have any plans? Like if you could just like maybe they're not like in action at this moment, maybe they are, but like you have a really great thing going on with social media. You have this hobby with photography and stuff like that. Like what would you love to see come out of all of this, like maybe in a bigger level or like down the road, or like what else would you like to create and do with kind of the path that you're on?
Honestly, man, just being a space for people, because I feel like, and this was my life. I feel like it can correlate to anything, but at some point in time, everybody need help.
Hmm.
And so for me, what that looks like, for me, it was basketball. I was awful at basketball. And there was a lot of people who felt like I was a waste of time, or who didn't want to help me out or help me get better or help, me to, help my progress just go forward and on the up and up. And so for me, I feel like that, like with my camera, if there's an influencer out there, or if there's a blogger out there, if there's somebody out there who needs help, or is a startup and doesn't have thousands of dollars to spend on photos, I want to be that source. If somebody needs a branding shoot, if someone needs a branding shoot, I want to be able to help them. If someone needs just content at some point because they're starting a business or starting whatever it may be, yes, I want to help. So I'm not going to knock your head off, or try and. But I've had people reach out to me, hey, Will, I got $300. Can you help me with a full photo shoot, this, that, and the third? And there is not a person on this planet who's going to give a full gallery of 30, 40 photos for
Oh hell
three,
no.
$400.
Mm-mm.
There's literally no one who will do that. And for me, I don't have a problem doing it. But
Yeah.
what the beauty of that is, I also get to pick and choose who I want to help.
Yeah.
Because if there's 100 people finding out that I can take somewhat quality photos at a fraction of the cost, then it's going to be too much work for me.
Yeah.
So if there's people out there that need help, that
Yeah.
want photography, then that's where I choose to serve. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I need to come down there to Memphis because between pageantry and building out my website, the photography expenses, like to your
Yeah.
point, like, so are you done with basketball? Do you coach? Do you play? You said you were recovering from a basketball injury. So how do you get injured?
So I was actually working out. I
Yeah.
tore a nasty little ligament in my wrist. It was
Oh, yeah.
probably about an inch and a half long. It was a very important ligament, but I was lifting some dumbbells and it popped. But I just started playing maybe a month and a half ago.
Mhm.
So I'm still playing. I coach and do some individual stuff at my school, like kids on a basketball team when they want to get in the gym.
Yeah.
I'll do stuff with them, but yeah, I'm back playing, and I think I only got a few more years before Father Time takes his
Yeah.
toll. I didn't got to the point now to where I can, like, when I get done with the basketball game, I'm like, oh, my body's like, oh, wait a minute,
What?
what's going on here? Yeah.
How does let me get, I'm getting a little off course here, but how do you go from, how did you get into cycle bar? I need to know how that came about.
So I actually just, finding a way. I was trying to find a way to stay active and continue to stay active. And I heard about this studio in Cycle Bar. I absolutely love music.
Yeah.
I mean, when Spotify does the recap at the end of the year, I mean, my music is the hours listened. It's in the triple digits for sure.
Yeah.
Like, I spend an extreme amount of time on music. And so once I went a couple times, like, man, this is kind of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I decided to audition and went from there.
You're like an OG with cycle bar. Like, didn't you come into the brand like way early?
Yeah, I came in early, took a little hiatus,
Yeah.
and then came back, and now I'm just trying to ease into it. It's different now. I feel like the market is ever changing. It's ever so
It's
changing
different. It is.
with the demographic and the people that want to be in there, and it can be a little rough when you first start out because you're trying to figure out who your tribe is or who your audience is, and
Yep.
you start to weed out who likes the type of music you like. And
Yep.
I'm real house and hip hop heavy.
Okay.
Like, I love house and hip hop, man.
Yeah.
I'll admit I'm kind of a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand the amount of music that I've shared with other instructors.
Yeah. Oh,
K Max
you
is
did
one
some
of
tech.
them.
Yeah.
If I'm digging, it's almost like you're in school, man. Like you're cheating. Like, man, I stayed up all
Yeah.
night studying for this, man. Don't back up, man. Get up off
I,
my.
I, I, I'm the same way. Well, I will keep my playlist private until class happens because nobody needs to see what I've been working on. Nobody needs to grab it before I get to present it and use
Right.
it. So I feel that very deeply. Yeah, music's very personal. Well, I'm putting it on my bucket list to team teach with you one day. Can we do that? Can we put it on the
Let
bucket list?
let's do it, man. Let's do it. You just let me know where I need to pull up, and I'm there. I'm there.
I think that would be a blast. I too love a lot of EDM, house music, and hip hop
I'm gonna
for
have to
sure.
when we get. I'm gonna have to. I got a couple gems that I kind of tuck away. I'm gonna send them to you.
Okay.
I can I can
Can
put
you
you. I
add me
can
to
put
your
you in my.
circle?
Yeah, you in my circle now. Like
Okay, thank you.
you
Thank you.
there
I'll
now.
return the favor. I'll return the favor.
I
So,
like it. I like it.
thank you for chatting with me. I just truly I can see all the things you're doing. And before we started this recording you would kind of joke, you're like, I do all the things to stay out of trouble. But like, I also can appreciate someone who just likes to stay busy, which is myself, and like do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Like, this is
Right.
so much my life too. So I really appreciate it. And I truly admire the energy and the content that you're putting on Instagram. I think it's really positive. I think it's really important. And so I can't wait to see you just kind of continue to do that, as well as pour your passion and heart into photography, which I think is amazing. If you had like an opportunity to close with like one message, one thing you wanted the people to know, like if you had an audience and you're like, you get to share one idea, one message, one thought with these people before you leave, what would that be?
Probably. I can't remember where I heard it at, but it's something that I tell myself all the time. Even on your worst day, you're better than someone on their best day.
Mm.
So I think that puts a lot of things in perspective, no matter how much you think you have going on, or if you're in some troubled waters, or if you're in a difficult season, you just remember that there is somebody out there is doing way worse than you, but at the same time, that's their very best. So again, even on your worst day, you're doing better than somebody on their best day. So just stay positive, man, and always look at the glass halfway full.
Well, thank you so much. Well, Daddin Ain't Easy. If you drop another episode, I'm going to share it so people can come listen. I hope you do.
We
I want Charlie back.
we coming in hot this weekend. We gonna make it happen this weekend.
Bring it back. All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Have a great day because you deserve it.